good morning, everybody, and welcome in to Let's Talk Antiques here on Thunder Radio. And we have a guest in studio. We have some guy in studio. That's all I'll say. Hello, Dave.
He must be talking about you as some guy.
We have a special guest, and you.
You meant a character.
That's the preacher's friend.
Yeah,
David said.
Yeah, the preacher's friend.
Preacher's friend. And that'd be Harold Shelton.
Yeah.
Shelton Lane Antiques.
He's everyone's friend, though.
Yeah, he's mine. I don't know about you.
Oh, I tell you what, he's my best buddy.
It costs me a lot to be friends.
I tell you why.
Did you walk in with your checkbook already out?
Oh, no, I left that in
Did you hide it?
I hide that.
Listen, though, did you bring any cash with you?
No,
Huh?
I never carry cash
Well, that's all
around
right.
you.
No cash.
I used to, but I don't anymore.
His word is good enough for me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do the forecast, all right?
You want us to help you?
Rain.
Yeah. And 100%.
There's forecast.
Is it 100%?
Just about all the way through today, tonight, tomorrow, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday.
Golly.
So there you go.
But one good thing, temperature.
60s.
Yes.
Yeah.
60s, mid 60s, and lows in the 50s.
Yeah.
So no ice.
Yeah.
Ice, baby. None of that.
You know, that was bad, that ice and stuff, but I've seen worse. But that was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. It's pretty rough.
But I've
out
seen
there.
worse here.
Yeah.
When?
98 for one.
Yeah, 98 is pretty bad.
Yeah, I remember the power stayed off for a lot of places.
About a
Yeah,
week.
it was all 6 days at our house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we
Well.
had that ice storm, and I had 17 trees down,
Yeah, well, if you'd kick
and
in a
one
little,
on my house.
if you'd kick a little more in on Sunday morning.
17.
Now, if I hadn't been kicking in, I'd really been back.
Yeah, I think you need to kick in a little more, and maybe that won't happen to you again.
17 trees. Wow.
Well, finish up.
All right, H&R Block for all your tax law changes. You better find somebody that can do your taxes, and they can do it at H&R Block. They are open right now, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Saturday. H&R Block, Goodwill Shopping Center, Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call for an appointment or drop by their office at your convenience, because walk-ins are always welcome at H&R Block. All right.
You know, H&R Block's been here a long time.
Long time. Miss Roslyn.
I don't know exactly how long, but it's been a long time.
All right. Introduce your guest, and you better do it right.
Well, no, he's my friend and your guest.
No, he's my friend, and
Okay.
I don't know what he is to you.
Well, I don't think he needs no introduction. You know, Harold Shelton at Shelton Antiques. The better half of that partnership's still at the house, probably listening. But
She's worried what she is.
you know, to look at this guy, you wouldn't think he's that sharp when it comes to antique stuff. But he's a pretty sharp old boy. But he's
As long
beat
as he
me.
stays away from you.
Well, he's beat me out of plenty of stuff. That's for sure.
No, it's like I said a while ago. I had a little money till I met David.
Speaking of lies,
Yeah,
he just told one, didn't he?
I believe he-
I believe he
I
just
believe
did.
he's getting on the edge for
I
sure.
believe he did. He's right there. He's crossing over that line.
All right.
Well, you know, this show is about antiques, and of course, like I told people, you know, we have guests all the time, and a lot of people say, well, it's turned into some people think it's turned into just a education show, but you've got to have the history of different things to end up with the collectibles and the antiques. Now,
Ray Seckler's with us as well. I
Yeah.
won't mention him.
well, why didn't you
Ray.
mention him to start
Well,
with?
that's why it's moving up.
Matter of fact, we're going.
Can you sit between them?
It's rough.
I'm telling you, you should have sat between them.
But Harold has a shop, and he's actually got his finger on the pulse, so he can. What is the hot stuff right now that you that people are hunting?
Well, of course, advertising signs, advertising clocks.
It just seems to always be
It always
there, solid.
gas
But
pumps.
hadn't it grew? I mean, it's getting more and more about that kind of stuff, isn't it?
Well, they're getting scarce now, and they're going up.
But, I mean,
and
the
up.
price.
The price is getting high.
Wouldn't you like to have some of those signs when you first opened your shop up and sold them at that
Oh
price?
yes, I really would. But you can't hardly buy them anymore and resell them.
Really?
Because they're getting scarce,
Wow.
and the ones you find are just so junky. It's
Hard to find
hard-
good quality stuff.
Yeah, good quality stuff.
You know,
And of course, that's understandable because a lot of people that had them, and when they took them home with them, they put them on the smokehouse or stacked
Didn't know
wood
what
on
they
them.
had.
They
There's no
actually
way.
worked for a living. They was designed to work for a living and sell a product.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
that's, to me, I like them when they got a little bit of age on them and show a little bit. Now I like mint stuff too, but I liked that sign actually did earn its keep somewhere.
Oh, sure.
That holds good in musical old time shows too.
Yeah, keep.
That's
I've
true.
been asked a lot of times if I had a lot of the old posters from Flat and Scruggs days and some of those.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
They're worth a lot of money these days
They
if you
are,
can
yeah.
find one.
It's hard to find though. That, like you said, it's
Right.
just hard to find.
I got the Elvis poster that came out of the Shibble Theater, and I've had it a long time. But he's right about that. Those
Yeah.
old posters and things are good sellers.
Just rare to find though.
Yeah, people collect.
Well,
People still collecting good stuff, but they want good stuff and they want original stuff.
Right.
You know what a man told me? He was out. There must have been a show. A couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, you went to a show and bought some stuff
Yeah,
up down at Murfreesboro.
yeah.
There was one of the guys set up there, and he was from Georgia, and he said that the reason he got into the sign selling business, the buying and selling and trading, was that he could make more money on one sign, or signs or whatever, than having his money in the bank. Right now you don't draw no interest. What 0.8 of 1%
Yeah,
or something?
Well, yeah.
But you if you invest, say, $1,000 in a sign, if it's the right sign, that sign ought to be. If you bought it right, that ought to be a $1,500 or $2,000 sign. If you bought it right.
They'll double every 10 years.
Yeah.
Double every 10 years.
Yeah.
That's
They
interesting.
do- yeah.
Yeah.
And at least that's the trend in the past. But
I don't.
how
I think it ain't going
goes.
to slow up because now I know there's a lot of reproductions out there now.
I was going to ask, we've got, I don't, honestly, don't know a lot about antiques except what I've learned from David and others that's been here. And I actually gave him credit. Oh, my goodness. Bite my tongue.
What?
You've got a Coca-Cola clock, a Pennzoil clock, Royal Crown thermometer.
And we got a.
How do
root
you
beer.
tell if it's real or if it's not? How
Well, after you've been in a while, you can look at them almost tell.
really?
But it's getting harder all the time because these people are sharp doing reproduction, and you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Like this clock right here.
Okay.
Now, it's
David,
got a-
hold that up.
Well,
It's
okay.
got a new face on it. It's a Pam out in New York. It has a new face, or new glass, and a new cord on it.
Okay.
But
Everything else,
everything else is original.
Original.
Yeah. And Pam out of New York is one of the original clock makers.
okay.
And they went out of business, I think, in '73 or something like that.
Okay.
But now they've reopened that company and they're making reproductions.
Reproductions.
And of course, they're not reproductions to them; they're new clocks. And you can actually order them now with your name on them or whatever you want on them
Wow.
from Pam, and they make them. They're still up in New York, so
Well,
So when you look at that, how would you look at it and go, okay, that's original?
well, look at the back. See
Okay.
how many times it's hung up. That's one thing.
The little
Now,
scrapes and all that on it.
There's no, but they're putting those scrapes on them now.
What?
yeah, they age them.
Yeah, they age them. But
Oh my goodness.
you can pretty much tell it's an old clock, and this one has a cord that's been put on it too. You can
Yeah.
always tell. The 1950s is when they made most of these.
Okay.
30s, 40s, 50s, and the old cords, how they get brickled in.
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And so you can tell that away if it's original, and so that's the way you tell.
Oh, buddy.
Well, I noticed that they make a lot of. Well, I'll give you an example now. Sundrop. I noticed that they actually is that a glass piece behind that? That face
Yes,
is
it's
that glass?
glass.
Okay.
It's glass.
So now they're making for $60. You can buy a Sundrop glass piece, not a decal. A lot of these Sundrop clocks you seem to have
Yeah,
a film
yeah.
or a decal.
Right.
Okay. They actually got the glass face now that fits the Pam clock.
Is that right?
See, that's how. Well, I mean, if you took that glass face and took the Pennzoil, you can swap it out within how long? 10 minutes.
Probably, yeah.
You could have a
Wow.
Sundrop clock worth several $100, $400 or $500, and because it's got the glass face, the average person would think, well, that's the older one. But see,
definitely the weight of it should be a big difference as well.
That's true. Now,
I
I had
know-
a pet milk clock.
Okay.
And that glass was cracked.
Mhm.
And
Did you leave it in there with the cracked glass? Or?
no, I had to clean it to redo it. He got the glass, but
Oh, he
couldn't-
made you another one.
You couldn't tell the difference.
Well,
But
now-
if somebody comes in and says is that original, I tell them because I don't like.
Right.
I'm
That's
not-
why your business is as good as it is because you're honest.
Yeah,
You might be a little high sometimes, but
Oh,
you're
my
honest. No,
Honest-
he's not really high.
honesty
He really is.
comes high.
He is fair. He is a fair price shop, and
Even with you.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I think he jacks it up when I get there, so he can Jew with me or something.
I don't blame you.
this is not a real antique. I wish I'd brought a big picture of it. The clock, it came out of Twitty City,
Yeah. Okay.
and he had it made for Twitty City. Conway did.
Yeah.
And it's 10 foot tall and 7 foot wide.
Yep. Remember that?
You remember seeing that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got it in my shop.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, he
yes,
does have it.
Yes. And
Wow.
I don't.
What a great piece. You should see that a lot up there.
He had two of them. One of them was made out of plastic, and one of them was made out of wood. And this one's one out of wood. I could have got the other one, but I didn't really want it yet.
I know some folks around here did a lot of work up around Twitty City when they were first opening.
So
Did a lot of the
Well,
construction end of it.
I can't.
I pass it every time I go down to Nashville.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's in his.
That's nice.
And I have the letter of authenticity with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and but it's a neat piece. It's a good conversation piece. As far
No doubt.
as a collector, it's not a real collectible thing.
Well,
Unless
I
somebody's
mean,
a big Conway fan.
But there wasn't
Yeah.
but two clocks,
One but two clocks ever
So-
made. That's it.
so it's got to be a good investment.
It's a good investment, and it's a real conversation piece.
No doubt about
And
that.
I've had a lot of people interested in it, but and David was interested in it until he saw the price.
What? It was $1 too much for him or something?
You know,
Yeah, it's more than $20.
Oh, okay.
but you know what? Now you have to have some room to put that clock up.
Yeah, I got 12-foot
What
ceilings.
does this clock say out there?
You
I
need to
don't
come out and
know.
look at it.
I just remember the sign out there. That's about all I remember of it.
Was the clock outside or?
No, it was inside.
Inside,
It's made out
I
of
never
wood.
go
and
in
made,
the
made
place.
out of pine. It's humongous,
Yeah.
and it's battery operated. So
I bet it's 6 foot tall or more. Isn't
no,
it?
it's 10.
10 foot.
10
10
foot tall and
Wow.
7 foot wide. Yeah.
That's a big clock.
Yeah,
And
I'd
I
be
got it-
wild
Wow.
to see that.
I got it out of a house down in Smyrna. He had 16-foot ceilings, and it didn't look that big, and with
Yeah.
the 16-foot ceilings. But it's a nice piece to have
I
for
like it.
anybody.
All right, let me take a short break. We'll come back with more in just a moment. Stick around as you're listening to Let's Talk Antiques here on Thunder Radio. Also, you can watch the program tonight at 6 o'clock on Charter Cable Channel 193. P-Hit Productions putting that on. That's at 6 p.m. tonight, 9 p.m. Friday, and 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoons.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
We are Goody Two Scoops,
I love Goody Two Scoops.
a family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our two certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love playing.
Goody Two Scoops.
We return to the program here on Let's Talk Antiques on Thunder Radio. And Dave, we've been talking about clocks with Harold Shelton, Shelton Lane Antiques, and talking about the Coca-Cola clocks.
Yeah, not just clocks, just advertisement clocks, because that'd be a whole show alone just to talk about the other clocks. But now, Harold, you were saying something interesting on the break about, tell them about the history of Coca-Cola advertising on clocks.
Coca-Cola started making clocks, advertising, in 1893. And they were square wood clocks with no advertising. They hung them on the bottom or, sides or top. And then around 1900, they went to the school clock.
Yeah, okay.
The
Like the Seth Thomas and that type.
Yeah, and of course, they were all wind-ups then. And then they started advertising on the face of them. If you can find any of those, even the square ones, how the long square ones.
Yep.
They're good. And then 5 years later, they started making clocks that wound up for desk and, home use. But they started making these clocks here around 1920 to 1930.
Well, this
This
one
is
here is
19
more of a...
It's the 1950s here. But their idea was they started making advertising clocks rather than doing posters and things. And back then they would give them, if anybody used 100 gallon of syrup a week, they'd give them one of these clocks.
Ah, okay.
And they cost $2.75 then. But that was their way of advertising.
Pretty smart.
And of course they didn't have bottles then, but they just had syrup. And then I guess it was around, about 1905 they started bottling.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Something like that. And they started...
wasn't it 1915 they went to the hoop style bottle. When they first started doing that bottling, they was all over the board, different bottles, different shapes and everything.
Well, they had square bottles to start with. And
yeah, they had
of course,
different.
they didn't like them, so they commissioned
Couldn't hold your hand right.
4 or 5 different companies to come up with some design, and that's when they come up with the bottle.
Well, also that design, they wanted it to be recognizable even in the dark.
Yeah.
They did.
You could put your hand on it. Everybody knows the Coca-Cola
Yeah,
bottle.
you knew that.
And so in 1915 it was born.
But
What about the one I'm looking at here? It says 1905, and it looked like a grandfather style clock that hung on the wall.
Right.
And it says drinks 5 cents for Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But it was that grandfather style. It's a just smaller version, and it says it's $500 for that type of clock.
Yeah, those clocks are high that has the Coke on the face.
Are they pretty rare?
And they wind up. Yeah, they're getting hard to find.
Well, also, Lucky, those faces, a lot of them, they've changed them out because they were cardboard faces.
Really?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, most people don't know
Cardboard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the 20s, they started going to metal and plastic.
Okay.
By 1930, it went to plastic. Had some plastic on them. Yeah.
But I've got one of those. It's a 1912, I believe, that I got from Dick Langford, and it actually hung in a business over in Tullahoma. And it's the wind up. Matter of fact, I remember I got the pendulum from you.
Yeah.
It didn't have the right pendulum
That's
on it.
right. Yeah.
It is a really nice clock.
That's a nice clock. I mean, it probably bring
Still got the wavy glass. And,
Yeah. It'd probably bring $800,000 now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, in the book,
Isn't that
though, they're a
amazing?
lot higher than that, though, aren't they? They 1,500, 1,600 in the book.
Yeah.
Got in the wrong business.
I'm just telling you, I'm just blown away by this.
Well, it'll make you look at advertisement clocks a
Yeah.
little different now when you walk into a business and you see one.
I got about 40 advertising clocks. I have one old one that come from Baskin Robbins, with the 31 players.
Yeah.
And that's on the face, still the numbers.
Well, I'll
And
be.
that's a unique clock.
That's got to be. Yeah.
Like the gentleman over here said, Coke probably, I don't know how many different style clocks, but they had a lot of different clocks. And when they went to all plastic, of course, that's when they started running the market as far as selling. They don't, those plastic ones now bring $15, $25.
Yeah, the newer plastic
Yeah.
ones. Now, some of the older ones, they'll still be in the 150, 200 range, depending on what kind of plastic.
Yeah.
I've got a real nice light up that we had like in a restaurant in about 66 or 67. It's a white one. It's really sharp clock.
I love, how smart clock. You're going to look at it a lot.
Everybody
Thermometers.
Everybody
You know,
wants to
let's
know
see what
what
temperature
time.
is.
Everybody wants to know the time.
Well, that's what
Time and temperature.
Coke's idea was, somebody's going to look at the time.
Yeah.
They're going to see the Coke.
It's
And
brilliant.
yeah.
But
Brilliant.
when it really gets down to it, Harold, Coke was smart to do that. But these clocks, when they hung in that business, all they did was work for a living. I
That's
mean,
right.
they
Yeah.
were designed to work
Yeah,
for a living,
and they did.
and they did a good job working.
Well, that's the key to it. It sold their product.
It does. And I'm not sure when they went to signs, actual signs.
Well,
Are you?
yeah, well, I mean, they made some signs in the late 1800s. I know. Remember they had one that said drink. I don't think it said drink. It might have said drink Coca-Cola for headaches and exhaustion. You
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that one?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's a high dollar sign.
That's gotta be.
$10,000 sign.
When they first started advertising on the face, they put brain food or
Yeah.
brain drink,
Yeah.
or delicious or refreshing, or all kinds of.
Well,
And it had a
slogans
little
like
product
that.
in it,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah.
Just a little.
well, when they originally, but they
little
took,
medicine in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why when people drank them, they had that
I know what
energy
you're
and
talking about,
stuff. Yeah, they actually had a lot of energy, but still, with the sugar and stuff in these Cokes anyway, you would have energy anyway.
Right.
I mean, just from the sugar
But
itself.
you really had the energy if you bought a Coke way back then.
Yeah, if you bought one in 1886, you sure enough had energy, didn't you?
Yeah, it had a little extra in it.
Would
I
you
have
be
a-
like that little Energizer rabbit after you?
Ain't no telling what you do.
And had-
you might even tell the truth. You did some of that.
The gospel.
That Coke place in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Now, the first Coca-Cola plant in Murfreesboro was Christie. They did it in the Christie Coal and Ice building there on 41 as you go in on the left.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have a picture in my shop. It was made in 1920 with the Christie Coal and that old automobile. But I don't know how old the automobile was, but the picture was taken in 1920. And I have the original letters that came off of the newer building that
Yeah.
they made after that. And they're about 70 years old.
Coke had plants everywhere.
Well, if you think about it, there was almost one in every town.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was
Think
one up
around
on the
here.
mountain.
Yeah.
Matt
Tracy,
McMinnville,
Tullahoma.
Tullahoma.
Well,
I don't know. Not Chevyville, I don't
I think
think.
Jasper had one.
in World War II, of course, the government commissioned some to go overseas to make.
Yeah, they actually
Coca-
took little plants over there.
They
didn't
did, yeah, and they had them spotted all around just for the soldier boys.
Isn't that something?
And
Isn't that something?
I'll tell you something that I noticed, Harold, and I've got one, and it's all I got, and it's still capped. But in France, the hoop bottle, the
Yeah.
one that everybody knows, the
Yeah.
small one that had all the different, where they was made from. In France, that bottle's a lot smaller. It's probably 2 or 3 ounces smaller.
well,
It's
He-
shorter.
If you go over there now, like we were in Tokyo Airport,
Mm-hmm.
and they had these little Coke cans, but they were small,
Little.
but they were tall.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen one like it, and we bought one, brought it back home with us.
Isn't that odd?
It is.
Yeah.
But now,
Pretty different.
but the actual, did it have the same amount of product in it, though?
It had the same
Okay,
amount,
now
but
in
it was
France,
tall.
they're shorter and have less product. I
Well-
don't know if they eat less and drink less or what, but 6 ounces is what it used to be. Now everybody, double cola went to 12 ounces, and it's double cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now, you go 16 ounces, 20 ounces, and I don't know, is that as big as you can get now?
2 liters.
2
Okay.
liters, yeah.
Yeah.
In plastic, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me take a short break. We'll come back with more in just a moment. Remember, if you want to watch this program on TV, you can do so at channel 193 on your Charter cable. 193, that is with PF Productions. It'll be on at 6 p.m. tonight, 9 p.m. Friday, and 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
We are Goody Two Scoops,
I love Goody Two Scoops.
a family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love fighting.
Goody Two Scoops.
Wait,
8:49 at your time as we return to the program here on Let's Talk Antiques, and talking with Harold Shelton, Shelton Lane Antiques today, and we're going to move along to, I believe...
We're going to go to thermometers,
Thermometers,
and,
okay.
and small signs.
Okay.
Let me have it, Harold.
Royal Crown thermometer
hope
we're
I
looking
don't
at.
drop it
RC
on the
Cola.
show.
Well, you buy it if you drop it. You know, I got a sign in my shop. You break it, you bought it.
I like it.
So,
He touched it. I think he broke it. He's got to buy that from you right now.
David. Yeah.
Couple $100 right now.
And this works, David, if you want to buy
Yeah.
it.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's go to eBay, Royal Crown
Okay.
thermometers.
All right.
Yeah, pull them up and see.
Okay,
I'm
let's
not-
talk about them, Harold.
I'm not sure when the history on the RC
Yeah.
thermometers.
But now you have a lot of thermometers, right, in
I
your
got
shop?
quite a few, yes.
When you go to, I know you go to other stores and stuff. You're closed. You're open Wednesday through Saturday.
Right,
And of course you go to church on Sunday, but then Monday and Tuesday gives you a few days just to go out and look. And you go to other shops, don't you?
Right. Sometimes I go to shops, I go to auctions.
When you go to those shops, do you see many thermometers or clocks or small signs in these other shops?
Not a whole lot lately.
Did you used to?
We used to see them, quite a bit. But there's just a few specialty shops now, like myself. And there was one down on the other side in East Nashville. But he's finally quit selling pumps, and he got a bad back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sparta Antiques in Sparta, now they have quite a few pumps and signs and things like that. But there's not a whole lot of them. You go.
But that's what's selling.
That's what's selling, because that's the reason there's not a lot of them.
Yeah.
But they're gone.
Now,
What's the
Royal-
highest price Royal Crown thermometer you got?
$317, and it's got the thermometer triangle ad.
Yeah.
And then the thermometer, of course, and it's got a Royal Crown, looks like a Royal Crown bottle on it. That one I saw that you've got there, Harold, is
Yeah, we've
that
already-
one was $195. $195 was how much that
And that's
was.
on eBay plus shipping.
Plus shipping.
But it depends on the condition too. Like
Well,
this
I
is-
couldn't tell that.
Yeah, see that's
Yeah.
this one here is almost. I'd say I'd give out a good 8 or 9.
Yeah, that's a good shape.
And we have this one priced at $165.
See?
And that's,
Yeah.
that's a good price on it.
Yeah, compared to what it is on
65 be
here.
a real good price. Leave the one off.
How you want to pay the other 100?
Well, I'm just saying, don't you think?
And they don't
that-
take credit.
No, no.
But don't you think though, if you said 65, that'd be a heck of a price.
It'd be a heck of a price for you.
They ain't taking your
Now,
credit.
now we got another nice thermometer too. Lucky if you want to, you can go to the Pepsi. Let me-
Pepsi.
Yeah.
And I think this one's a 57 minute, Dave. Look on the bottom.
You're asking a blind man? Yeah. Yeah, it is 57.
And that's an excellent shape for one that old.
Sideways. Can you go sideways?
Go sideways.
Yeah.
Good.
Let me see that one again. It's got the Pepsi button at the bottom.
Yeah, but it's got an embossed button.
I think are we on there?
Yes.
I think
Well,
the best.
what do you mean are we on there? Of course, but this is a radio show, Harold.
The best thermometer I've ever had
got it.
was a New Grape bottle thermometer, and I got it from David, but he got it out of the Martin's grocery.
Oh yeah.
When they were tearing down that old grocery
It's
store,
never been put up.
it was still in the box
No
and
way.
under the counter.
You still got it?
I know somebody wanted it worse than I did,
Lordy mercy.
but it
You
brought,
should have kept that one.
It brought $400.
Yeah, but you ought to kept that one.
Probably would have, but you broke the.
It never was. It wasn't in it when I got it.
Well, that's the reason why I didn't get more for it.
But you could have put, you can buy those replacement
Well,
thermometers.
I tried a lot of places to get the exact one. I never could find one.
Really?
Harold, what would one of those
What?
run? The Pepsi thermometer.
How much is that in a shop?
$365.
$365.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's about right.
Yeah.
About right.
Yeah.
About $375 on here.
See, I'm gonna
So-
tell you though. Now, when you first opened the shop, what year did you open?
We opened 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
that'd
we
be
had-
about 2008.
Yeah. But Ruby had 6 booths up Antique World for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
But when you first opened the shop, though, that either one of these signs, I mean thermometers, what kind of money would you have thought they brought?
$80, $85.
And that would have been big money.
Yeah, and that was pretty
Now,
good.
let me ask you a question, because there's 2 different ones on here, and,
All right.
and to try to get schooled on this. Okay, the Pepsi top, the twist-off top, I guess,
Yeah.
or the pop top on it, is at the bottom of this thermometer. Okay, there's some on here where it's at the top. Some are at the bottom, some are at the top. Does that mean anything?
I'm not sure, Lucky.
Because some are different.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
they
some are
just-
top, some
of
at the
course,
bottom.
the
But it's the
top-
same. It's the same advertising.
Yeah, but the tops are newer. They're newer than
Okay.
these here.
Okay, so the bottom would be the older ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
But now, $85. Now look at the price.
Yeah.
See, that's good
So
investment.
you tell me that certain things, but you got to educate yourself, and that's the whole reason of this show, is to show people. But you're better off to put your money in this type of stuff. And
So $85, and now it's what? Say it again.
$365.
Wow.
Well, and you said $375.
Yeah. So about $300 difference there.
Two things that I think is a good investment, and always will be the advertisement stuff and real estate. I think those two things will always be good.
They will always be good.
You can't go wrong
They
with
may be
either one of them.
ups and downs, but they'll always be
Yeah,
good.
if you just hang on to
Yeah.
it.
Just hang on.
That's
and
the
you make-
thing about our friend that passed away, Dick Langford. You know, he never. I mean, if you didn't want it, okay. But a year later, it'd bring more money.
That's right.
That's why he never got in no hurry to sell something.
He knew it would come. Yeah.
But if you know the history of whatever you're selling,
Yeah.
that's the big thing to collectors.
Because you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And if you know where they come from, that's a real big thing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
story to go with the
Yeah.
product.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's a real.
I can see that.
to a-
I can see why.
To a
Yeah.
collector, that's really important.
Well, either one of these thermometers, if they'd come out of a local grocery store here, just like you was talking about that Martin's New Grape.
Yeah.
It adds to the value of it, just
Sure
knowing
does.
where the product, where
Sure.
the sign come from.
Yeah. A little story behind everything. All right. Let me. We'll come right back with more in just a moment.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
We are Goody Two Scoops,
I love Goody Two Scoops.
a family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
Love fighting.
Goody Two Scoops.
Wait,
All right, guys, about ready to wrap it up this morning.
Okay, y'all come out to Shelton Lane Antiques, and we'll give you a good buy out there. We have the gas pumps and signs and dishes and furniture, and an old general store and a record shop, 33 albums, got 3,000 of those.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so we can take care of you. We're open
We
Wednesday.
promise David's not going to be there.
If David's not there, then you're all right. If he's there, I'll run him off when you get there.
Okay, all right.
All right.
That's a
And
deal.
We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. So come see us.
All right, thanks, Harold. We appreciate you coming in this morning and putting up with David as well.
Well,
What, you got a comment?
no, I'm just
Okay,
glad.
all right.
Hey, I'm just glad to be here with him.
Ray?
He's speechless.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Ray's going to join me on Tuesday. He's got a special story to tell. We're going
And
have
then
him on
next
Tuesday.
Wednesday, he's got another special story on our show.
Oh, back-to-back days, Ray. You're becoming a superstar.
God,
Hey,
Ray.
I'm going to have to have some 8x10 glosses.
Yeah, black and white to start out with.
All right, be sure to check out the show on TV. Channel 193 on Charter Cable. 6 p.m. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Friday, and 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Thanks. We appreciate you tuning in. Philip, have a good day, bud. All right.